Howdy. Hear the rain? It's raining pretty good. And it's been raining. I don't know, it's been raining for a while. Off and on. Well, I guess it started in the afternoon. We had mostly the morning was no rain, but it started raining in the afternoon and it just keeps going. So hopefully, let's see what tomorrow morning brings, but maybe me and Bell Dog will be walking in the rain tomorrow. That's all right. Well, it's day 47. 75 hard. I was supposed to go do a job today, but it didn't quite work out. So I did a whole bunch of running around, working on stuff, and went to a group at church tonight, or a church group tonight, which is good. And then home, Parker helped me do some work on one of our trailers, and I'm gonna do the job that was for today tomorrow. So I got my morning workout in first thing. Then this afternoon I was able to do my second workout. Had a lull in the afternoon. I was smart and jumped after it and got my second workout done. So that's pretty rad. So now, got my reading done. The only thing I got to do now is my picture, and I'm done for today. And my plan tomorrow will be about the same. Yeah, it's wet, nasty out. I'm glad I'm not out working in it, and hopefully that holds. Probably should have said that out loud. But I mentioned something on last night's vlog that gets me, or got me, and gets me fired up, and that is the subject of DEF, or diesel exhaust fluid. And anybody who's owned a diesel truck since, I think, 2012 maybe for big heavy trucks, and maybe 2010, 08 maybe for smaller trucks. I don't know. I'm gonna do some research. The DEF issue, I think, has been borderline catastrophic to the trucking and industry in general. Anybody that has a truck, towing companies, trucking companies, well, everything's delivered by truck, so it affects everyone in one way or another. But when they mandated this, and the EPA came up with DEF and all these mandates, it has caused and continues to cause just crazy havoc on trucks. DEF is water and urea, and it is nasty, really nasty chemical, and it's supposed to reduce the emissions. But my simple brain, when I look at everything, even if it reduced the emissions, the amount of problems it caused and emissions that it created because of their problems probably wiped out whatever they did. One is just the DEF itself. It comes in plastic jugs, cardboard box, plastic nozzle, all becomes trash, all ends up in our landfills. Maybe some gets recycled. That'd be nice, but doubtful. The chemical's so bad, I don't even know what... Anything it touches, it corrodes. I don't even know how they make it work in the engines, because... Well, they don't. I mean, everything has problems with it. Knock on wood, Ford seems to have it down pretty good. We have had 0 emissions problems. I shouldn't say this out loud. We've had 0 emission problems with our trucks. Plenty of other problems, but 0 emission problems. And so I kind of think they have that figured out. But I've seen just all the big truck manufacturers have problems. Peterbilt, Kenworth, which are owned same company, PACCAR owns them both. Cummins, they all have problems. Sensors, wiring, and updates, and the amount of problems that it created, and the money it cost the manufacturers, which trickles down to the trucking companies, which trickles down to the consumer, has got to be astronomical. Trucks have been crazy unreliable since DEF. So that means trucks are breaking down on the road, creating safety hazards. It means trucks are getting towed. And I bet you, I'm gonna do a deep dive in this, and it'll probably be impossible to find the statistics because they'll lie about them. But I imagine that the rate of trucks being towed probably skyrocketed with the addition of DEF. So you have those emissions, and the efficiency of trucks dropped dramatically when DEF first came in. My 06 F350, when I first got it, used to get like 22 miles a gallon. Diesel's crazy efficient. And like just a couple years later, like a 08 or 09 of the same truck, miles is like cut in half. And everyone that owned that generation truck knows the mileage is terrible. And it hasn't come back. It has gotten better, but it hasn't come back. There's no F350s out there that could get 22 miles a gallon. Not happening today in 2023. So and if you're burning more fuel, let's say that the fuel is more, or the emissions are less for every gallon burned, but you have to burn 1.25 gallons or 1.5 gallons to produce the same result. Don't you end up with the same emissions? Like the net result? Don't you end up with the net result being the same? Or possibly even worse? When you add the emissions for the DEF, however the DEF is produced, it's trucked, and all the disposal of it, disposal of the containers for it. I'm gonna put a picture as my thumbnail. I just put DEF in my truck today. I put 2 containers and it's still not full. It's almost full. It was at a 1/4 tank of DEF. I put 2 containers in. So I think 3 containers from dead empty to full. So that's like, I think they're 2 gallons each maybe, or maybe 2.5. So like 7.5 gallon tank. But the amount of trash generated from just those 2, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put a picture up that'll show you guys. But I gotta believe that the upside of the less emissions, the downside is way worse. when you add up all the problems in your towing and downtime and reliability going down, and maybe big fleets probably have to add a truck because of the reliability issues of the DEF. And think about all the stuff involved in one more truck being built that didn't need to, all because of reliability. It's frustrating, and I was frustrated with this before I owned a trucking company, because every industry I was in dealt with trucks. So everyone thinks and it all trickles down. All these costs trickle down. But I'm gonna do some research on DEF. I probably won't find what I want to find, or I won't. Nobody's gonna track the data that I want to know, because no one wants to admit that the EPA and the United States government made it worse, made emissions worse over time with this ridiculous chemical and these regulations. So I don't know. And my dad always said that he didn't feel, he was in the diesel industry for a very long time, and he said that our diesel is the diesel engine today is so clean that the next step, it wasn't electric, it was they were gonna have to treat the air going in. So there'd be another chemical involved to treat the air going into the engine, or some kind of a pre-treatment, I think he called it. And that was before DEF. We had clean diesel engines before DEF. Anyway, my rant is over for the night, but I'm going to do some research on DEF, and I think it was worse. I think it created more problems than it solved, or it made better. Hope everybody's staying dry. I'm going to miss my bedtime tonight. Oh, I went to bed last night at 10:40. I actually turned the light out, and that was good. I got a lot of sleep last night. So my goal was 10 o'clock tonight, and considering it's 10:20 right now, that didn't happen. So I gotta work on that better. So good night. Thank you. Hope you have a good Wednesday. Talk to you later. Thank you. Bye.